Am I recording? Okay, I am. Well, good evening. Thank you for being with me, or good day if you're watching this playback. My name is Tanya Sheldon, and I am coming to you live from Meridian, Idaho. And I am fortunate enough to be able to share an amazing gift with you tonight. Some of you may have already heard about this information, and maybe you're hearing it for the very first time. And if you are, I just hope that you can come into this with a very empty cup. And just remember that you don't know what you don't know. This information was shared with me 9 years ago, and 8.5 years ago, and it has completely changed my life. It was something I had never heard about, something that I was open to, but it was exactly what I didn't know that I was looking for. So I hope that maybe for some of you that are watching this back, that might become the same story for you tonight. So I'm going to share my screen and then we will get started. So what I get to share with you tonight is a company called LifeVantage. And I have been a part of this company, like I said, for 8.5 years. When this came into my life, I was very open. I was at what some would call high noon, looking for an opportunity to come into my life. I had dabbled in about 7 other companies prior, but I was never educated on what to look for if I wanted to make it a success, if I wanted to really make it work for me. And at this point in my life in 2011, I had a mom with health issues, my husband had health issues, and one of my very dear friends shared with me an ABC investigative report. It was like something I had never seen before, and I'm going to share a little bit of that with you tonight. But it really just checked a lot of boxes in my life. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, looking for something to help people, to grow my confidence, and also bring in extra income to my family, and also help my mom and my husband. And it really did all of that. So where I'm at today, 8.5 years later, is at a place where my confidence has grown. I love who I'm becoming. I'm still always learning, but more importantly, I love that I get to share information like this with you. So I hope that what we share tonight really leaves a lasting impact on you, or if nothing else, plants a seed in you of, again, something that you didn't know of before that could possibly change your life at another point. So just a little disclosure that my story is not going to be the same story as the person that shares this information with you. Everyone's story is different. It's all about what we do with this and what we do with the information to make it work for us and the opportunity. So LifeVantage, the company, began in a lab with a single question. And that simple question was, is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? And I really did. That's what I thought. We get older, our health starts declining, and hopefully you're eating properly, you're exercising, and that will be enough to keep you healthy long enough. And some of us have really good genes, right? So we may be able to live a little longer, healthier. But what we found, our first discovery, was that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. So that second discovery then told us that decades later, we discovered a way to activate our genes' abilities to keep us healthy longer. How amazing is that? So excited you get to hear this. So where we started, our product, our flagship product, has been sold since 2003. But ABC News caught wind of this product that we had called Protandim Nerf 2. And they heard about the science behind it, the data behind it. And so they went in 2005 and they did an ABC investigative report. They thought that they were going to debunk the information that was being put out there. But little did they know, they could not debunk it. The science is so solid on what we have. So as I said, this is what was shared with me in 2011, and this is what we're going to share with you tonight, and then I will catch you up to date on where we are today.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. So the result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, with Tanya somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
I tell you what, if I saw that today, it would still blow my mind as much today as it did in 2005. It's phenomenal that something like that, where they couldn't differentiate between a 20-year-old and an 80-year-old, that we get to share this with you, right? Me, a stay-at-home mom. It's so incredible. So after that ABC report aired, like he said, go to ABC News or go to abcnews.com for more information. And thousands of people did. Just based on pure speculation of what they thought this product could do, people wanted that product. The problem was they were not prepared for that. They were a small biotech company at the time. They had no idea that everybody would want the product like they did. So they didn't have the infrastructure to get it out to people. So from there, it went onto the shelves of retail. But when you were to walk into a GNC, see a bottle that says for healthier longevity to reduce free radical damage, no one really knows what that does. And the person working in GNC didn't know what that did. And it's sitting next to a bottle of vitamin C, which we've all heard of. We all think we should be taking. So it didn't sell very well. So the gentleman that they brought in, they were going to have him sell off the company. But he saw that ABC report and he said, there's a story here to be told. What if you just changed your form of distribution? So against their will, they really didn't want to do that, but the board of directors agreed to change their distribution model to network marketing, person-to-person distribution, the best form of advertising. And when they did that, they tripled their sales. So in 2009, we became LifeVantage and we took all of the product off the store shelves. And now today, that is why myself and the person that is showing you this presentation, that's why we get to share this with you today. Such a gift. So let's talk about oxidative stress that they talked about in the ABC report. There are 3 theories of aging that we get to address with LifeVantage through nutrigenomics, through plants. And that first theory is oxidative stress. No one is immune to oxidative stress. We all get it. And so our body is constantly bombarded by oxidative stress. It's an onslaught of free radicals, and that impairs the function of our cells. If you remember in that ABC report, it showed all these little things within the cell that were wreaking havoc in it, causing little holes in the cell. Those are the free radicals. So we want the body to combat that oxidative stress by producing its own antioxidants. Our body has enzymes that can produce antioxidants. They showed 2 in that cell in the ABC report. When those are activated, they can get rid of the free radicals. So that's what we're doing, is we're activating those enzymes that your body is already equipped with so that you can produce your own antioxidants, getting rid of those free radicals to make your cells healthier. But unfortunately, as we age, our body's ability to produce those antioxidants, it slows down over time. So what causes oxidative stress? You guys, it's everything. Everything from your diet to alcohol, smoking, toxins, medication, pesticides, pollutants, rigorous activity and inactivity, our wireless signals. Everything around us is causing oxidative stress. And if you look on the right, when you have high levels of oxidative stress, that is not good for the different organs and the functions of the body. It can impair so many things in our body. So what we're doing with that first theory of aging is we're flipping the switch. We're activating the pathway that controls those enzymes that gets your body making their own antioxidants. Amazing, right? We think we have to consume them, but our body can do it for us. We do it through a blend of 5 plants. And the synergy of those 5 plants together, that is what is reducing oxidative stress in your body by an average of 40% in 30 days. There is not one other product on planet Earth that can make the same claim. Not one. So that's going to increase those enzymes you saw in that ABC report: SOD, superoxide dismutase, catalase. You don't need to remember those. You just need to know that those are the enzymes that create the good guys to get rid of the bad guys. That's what we want. It increases glutathione. That is your body's most powerful antioxidant enzyme. And we are increasing it by 300%. So you're supporting your body's own natural ability to repair and rejuvenate its own cells. Incredible. So here we've got 1 in 1 then done, and 1 to 1 million in our second, on the second side. So what we're showing you basically is nothing will beat good sleep, good diet, good relationships. Nothing beats that. You have to have that as your foundation. But what we're eating is not enough as we're aging, especially in today's world. Our soil is changing all of the time. Our environment is changing all of the time with all of the wireless signals, like we said. So when we're eating well and we're taking vitamins, it's going to get rid of those bad guys, but on a 1-to-1 ratio. And then it's consumed and it's done. By activating your body's own enzymes, you have a ratio of, instead of 1-to-1, you're getting 1 million to 1. You're activating those enzymes like a thermostat, getting rid of the bad guys. And now if you see in that lower right, as you age, your oxidative stress, instead of on a constant incline, you're keeping it level. You're not letting it go up the way that it does normally if we were not activating our cells. So again, after the ABC report aired, there were doctors, researchers, scientists all over the world that said, if your product does what you say it's going to do, we know the harmful effects of oxidative stress. We want to study your product with other ailments that are affecting people. So there is a site called pubmed.gov. It's short for public medicine. Our tax dollars pay for this site. If you are a doctor or a scientist, this is your credible resource for information. And if a study is going to be on this site, it has to go through a lot of scrutiny and a lot of different testing to actually even be published on the site. If you go to PubMed and you type in Protandim, you are going to see over 25 peer-reviewed studies. That is very significant because there is no other plant-based product that I have yet to see that if I were to type it into PubMed, that I'm going to see studies on the product. You can find studies on ingredients, but a product as a whole that is very, very unique. And these are some of the institutions that have done some of those studies. The American Heart Association, the National Institute on Aging, the American Aging Association. You guys, these are institutions that typically do not study plant-based products. But again, to be able to make a claim to say that it will reduce oxidative stress in your body by an average of 40% in 30 days, that is a really big thing. So I would tell you, when this was introduced to me in 2011, I was told to go to PubMed and in the search bar type in oxidative stress and anything else that interests me, anything in my family history, whatever I could think of. And when I would do that, I would find studies, and it just brought to my awareness, again, you don't know what you don't know. And I didn't know of anything else that could reduce my oxidative stress. I was taking multivitamins, not researching them, not knowing what they would do for me. But when I got educated on activating my own pathways, it just made sense that I would want to put this in my body for the rest of my life. And I will never, ever stop. This is a lifestyle now. So there was also a study done by Washington State University, not LifeVantage. And that study states NRF2 is likely the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2, that pathway we're activating, may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Again, if nothing else I say is for you, and you see that sentence, why would you not want to make sure that this is in your body every single day? I've been taking it, I've been activated for 8.5 years, and I'm telling you, it only gets better. The science only gets better. So I'm so grateful again you get to hear this. So there's a second theory of aging, mitochondrial decline. Here's the issue with mitochondria in our body. Our body needs constant power to run. And the mitochondria, those are the power of our cell. Just like you have an engine to run your car, same thing holds true for our cells. This is responsible for everything from beating our hearts, inflating our lungs, or even how we think, even helping us to think. So every cell requires that we have this mitochondria. So our body is supposed to constantly be fixing and removing the damaged mitochondria. And then we're supposed to get new mitochondria. But again, as we age, our body's ability to do that decreases. It can't do it the way it's supposed to. So we're flipping another switch. We're activating another pathway in your body through plants. This pathway is NRF1. And when we do that, when we activate that NRF1 pathway and we're getting your body to replenish and restore the power of your cell, your benefits are more cellular energy, makes sense, improves sleep quality, and helps with cellular repair. It supports cognitive and brain health. Who does not want support for brain cognition as they age? It's vital. Supports healthy circulatory and cardiovascular systems. So amazing. And then our third theory of aging is sirtuin activity. This one blows my mind. I love this one. So sirtuin activity, here's the issue. As our body runs, the cells create waste. And that waste, it can back up. So if the waste backs up in the cell, it's going to slow it down. That just makes sense, right? So the sirtuins, this third theory, the sirtuins are responsible for getting the waste out of the cell. And when we do that, the health benefits that come from it, get this, mental and physical energy, motivation, mood, cardiovascular health, maintaining cholesterol levels, joint health, healthy DNA function, a healthy inflammatory response. Doesn't it just make sense that if we're getting all the waste out of our cells and they are clear, crystal clear, that they're going to give us more vitality and make us feel better? It just makes sense. So the solution, our body is supposed to constantly be activating those sirtuins to get rid of the waste. But again, here's the trend. Our body's production of these sirtuins, it slows down as we age. So we're gonna flip the switch. We're going to do it through plants. It is NAD. That is the pathway. This is like the CEO of every single cell. You have to have NAD for your cell to survive. It's critical. And we're flipping the switch on that. We're getting the sirtuins to take out the waste of your cells, and look at the benefits. Healthy longevity, mental focus and concentration, supports positive mood and motivation. Who does not want better mood and better motivation? Who does not want that? It boosts mental and physical energy. It supports your healthy inflammatory response. That's so huge for our bodies. Maintain cholesterol levels already in the healthy range, and supports a healthy vascular system. My husband just got a friend started on this system, the Trisynergizer. That is all 3 protanoms I just talked about, activating 3 different pathways. He texts my husband a couple days later and he's like, am I supposed to feel really clear and really focused? And he said to him, yes, you are. That's what it's about. Such a gift. But here's why. Here's what happens too. They're amazing on their own, activating those pathways. But when you put them together, when you take all 3, our Trisynergizer, the trifecta, look at what happens in the blue. You can see how it upregulates your body's responses to handle the signs of aging. You're upregulating your healthy inflammatory response by 838%. That's insane. That's so amazing. You're also upregulating your mitochondrial biogenesis to get the power of your cell working by 118%. And then we've got the NAD, right? Getting rid of the waste of the cells. That is upregulated by 226%. So amazing. I always joke with people, I would give away that system for free if I could to every single human being, because I believe so much in the power of what it does for your body, equipping it with what you already have. So this one slide basically encompasses everything else that we represent as a company within LifeVantage. We have many different stacks that are available to you. And one thing I want you to make sure you do is get back to the person that invited you to watch this presentation, because every single month we target a different area of the body. And based on the area we're targeting, we're putting together packages or stacks that have a discount to them. So make sure you find out what our specials are this month and what area of the body we're targeting. So Axio, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly for you, but Axio, one of my favorites. It's a powder you put in water, you put it in 12 to 16 ounces of water and shake it up. This is our smart energy drink. It's like a hug for your brain. It helps you focus. It helps you stay alert. It calms your brain down so that you don't feel overwhelmed and you can do what needs to be done in a really mild way, but in a happy way. It's and they taste so good. Get some samples from the person that invited you. You will want to try this. You will love it. And then we target the gut as well. We're biohacking the gut. We've got a probiotic. We also have a prebiotic. Our ProBio does not have to be refrigerated. It has a BioTrack technology, so you're getting most of the absorption, not the minute you take it, but when it gets into the small and large intestine, which is where you really need that good, healthy bacteria. So huge. It also has Wellmune in it. Look up Wellmune and the benefits that go with that. Huge benefits for your health. Then we have an omega. We have to have the omega, right? We're getting those healthy omega-7s that our diet doesn't give us enough of. We're giving you vitamin D in it, and it's so good and so pure, you can chew it. You can trace it back to the boat that it came from. It has a lemon lime flavor, no fishy, rancid aftertaste. So good for you. This is like the beautiful lotion for your cells that your cells need. Helps so much also with brain health, with metabolism. Omegas are essential. We've got a weight management system, has a whey protein shake that is vanilla based. We've got a fat burn with amazing citrus extracts that really targets visceral fat in the body, that toxic fat that we can carry. And then our prebiotic, which is a blood orange flavor, a little scoop in water. Some people will mix it with their Axio. So good, because that prebiotic, we don't talk about that enough, but that prebiotic is what helps the probiotic. That's the sunshine, the water, the fertilizer that makes sure that healthy bacteria is working the way it's supposed to within your gut. And then our True Science line, we've got our skincare, our hair care, an amazing hand cream. It's only $12.99. there is an app called Think Dirty. It's a free app. And you can put in any of our True Science items into this app, and you will see exactly how good they are for your body. That app is going to show you on a scale of 0 to 10 how good things are for your body. The 10 being the worst and 0 being the cleanest. And ours rank from a 0 to a 2. That's how good they are for you. Ask the person that invited you to see before and afters. They will blow your mind. If you just get the body doing what it's supposed to, the benefits that come from that are huge. And then we have Pet Tandem. You guys, people pay more for their pets than they do for themselves. It's just a fact. And when Protandem Nerf 2 came out, our very first product, people loved how they were feeling. They thought it's plant-based, so I'm going to give it to my dog. And when they did, amazing stories came from that. So we went into a lab, tested 85 dogs, and we produced Protandem Nerf 2 called Pet Tandem for dogs, reduces oxidative stress, chicken bacon flavor. They love it. It's like a treat, and it's the only one of its kind. It's the only Nerf 2 activator for dogs that reduces oxidative stress. And I want you to know too, people give Protandem Nerf 2 also to horses. But they've seen amazing benefits with that as well. So on to the second half of this. My favorite thing to do is to sit with people one-on-one. I like to know your story. I like to know why I think LifeVantage might be a solution for you in your life. But when I'm doing a presentation like this, I don't have that benefit. So I am responsible, and it's an obligation I feel, to make sure you see both sides of LifeVantage, that you see the whole picture. When this came into my life, I was looking to make extra money, right? I wanted my husband and my mom to get healthier, and I wanted extra money coming into my family because I didn't like the way the end of the month felt. It wasn't easy. It was hard. And I was open and I was ready and I wanted to be coachable, but I didn't know. No one had ever coached me on what to look for if I really wanted to make an opportunity out of a network marketing business. So that's what I want to share with you. And I'm telling you, LifeVantage really is the perfect meld of an opportunity. We have been around longer than 4 years. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. That is a huge thing. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ, also a huge thing. We just rang the closing bell in January. Our numbers have been going up in the last few months, which also speaks to not only our products, but the company and how equipped they have been. You can do this from home. I could do this from my phone if I wanted to. I could share the same presentation from my phone. I can share videos from my phone. You have your own e-commerce site and you only pay for it one time, and it's going to track everything for you. If someone wants to get started on our products right away, we make it so simple for them. It's really an Amazon process. We can put the products they want right into a shopping cart. And then what we do from there is we just take that shopping cart, we copy the link, and we get to text that to you or email that to you. And all you have to do is check out. It is that simple. And with LifeVantage, one thing that I was never taught either, you guys, was to look at, is what you're sharing a fad or is it a trend? This is a trend, what we're dealing with. The other thing is, I thought if someone brought an opportunity to me and it was already well known, well, that was in my favor. A lot of people know about it. So that's a really good thing. It's not. You want to be one of the first to introduce this to people. And I will tell you, in all of the Zoom presentations I have had in the last couple of months, meeting women from all around the country, not one, well, one today, one out of I don't know how many had heard of LifeVantage. This slide says most of US and Canada has yet to discover LifeVantage. The world has yet to discover LifeVantage. You are one of the first. And I promise you, that is an opportunity. That is an amazing opportunity for you. There has been a 60% increase in wellness in the last 6 years, and oxidative stress alone, when I looked at PubMed and I typed in oxidative stress in 2011, there were about 80,000 studies at that time. Today, there are over 220,000 studies. It's going up every single day. That's just oxidative stress. If you were to look at Nerf 2, Nerf 1, NAD, those 3 theories of aging, the research on that and people becoming aware of that. It's just beginning. And we are so far ahead of the curve with biohacking your body through nutrigenomics, activating your own pathways instead of supplementation. It's so huge, you guys. So how do you get started in an opportunity like this? We have 3 different packages that we offer to people. And honestly, the price of investment to get in, to start up, it's a one-time investment. And based on what I'm telling you and the different areas that we encompass, it is such an amazing deal to be able to become a part of this company. We have a silver, a gold, and a platinum pack. And I'm going to look at the platinum pack for you, because if I were to open a restaurant, I'm not going to show someone a menu and only have half of the items. I want to have everything on that menu for people. And that's what the Platinum Pack does. You get everything that we represent within our product line. This is going to help you start your own story. Give it to those you love and help them start their own stories. And it's a one-time investment, and you're getting such an amazing discount on the pack itself for getting it as a pack. You get your own e-commerce website. You're also going to get a ticket to our next big event as a company, which I hope is sooner rather than later. This becomes like a family reunion when we're together. So it's an amazing investment. How do you make money? You make money by sharing things like this with people. What I'm doing tonight is a tool. We are recording this. This means this recording is something that people can use to share with people later. That is a tool that we get to use. So when you share that, if that speaks to someone and they want to become a product user, or maybe they want to join the business, when they sign up, you're going to get a check that very next week on Friday for their order. That's amazing, right? Who doesn't want some weekly income right now coming into their life? We also have it available to you that when you reach a certain rank in the company, you can get paid daily. That's phenomenal. That just started. That's how amazing this company is. We have so many different bonuses. There's 7 ways to get paid. One of the ways I'm going to share with you in the lower right, you'll see it says Elite Pool. What that is showing you is that every single month, the company takes 4% of the total monthly global commissionable sales. And they are going to split up that 4% with the top ranks in our company. And then our top ranks get a percentage of that 4%. That means whether you know someone in Australia, in the Philippines, Ben is with us, whether you know someone anywhere in the world, you're getting paid off their efforts because of that global sharing program. That is huge. And that creates a culture. The culture of a company is so important. That creates a culture of people that are really looking out for one another and really want to help one another succeed because of that one piece right there. So we have an annual income earnings statement that we get to share with people being a publicly traded company. This is the average earnings that people are making through LifeVantage based on the ranks that I'm going to show you. And again, not all results are the same, but this is the average that we've taken. Pro 3, we're going to start there. I will never forget the day that I got the phone call that I had hit Pro 3. I was making this additional income with my family. The average income is $626 a month. And you would have thought that I was floating through the grocery store. I just drove into a grocery store. And to know that I was making that kind of extra income for my family was so huge for us, especially because my husband he was laid off the week after I got into LifeVantage, and we knew we would have to be moving to another state. I was not excited about it, and there was a pay cut involved. So to be able to bring in that extra income for the move that we were making was huge for our family. This is going to cover your product order. This is going to cover some gas for you, maybe some electric bills. That is a big piece. They say that even an average of extra $300 a month can keep people from bankruptcy and even from getting divorced. So then we looked at Premier Pro 5. The premier rank of Pro 5, the company recognizes in a big way as well. They're going to send you out to Salt Lake City, Utah. They're going to give you a weekend specialized with mentorship and personal training for you, and you get to have some fun activities. It's really an amazing rank because now you've really helped so many people. And the average income here is $3,100. You can bring someone home at $3,100 a month, right? Who would not want to have that happen in their life? And then we have our elite ranks. And the elite ranks now, that's when you get to start sharing in that global sharing program. The Elite Pro 7, the average earnings are $13,000 a month. I have to tell you, I said yes to this 8.5 years ago. I was not the person today that I was then. I was scared to death. I didn't want to call anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to share with anybody, but I knew I had to do it. And I did it because I wanted my life to change. I wanted my family's life to change. And because I said yes 8.5 years ago, we are now at the rank of Elite Pro 7. We're sitting in a place where we have just gone through a job layoff in March, and we don't have to, for the first time in our marriage, stress out about it. We don't have to go into survival mode. We get to take our time, figure out our next steps, and maybe that means my husband won't even go back to corporate America, where someone has to determine his worth, and someone has to tell him when he takes his time off, and when he has vacation, and when he'll get a raise, right? You don't have to worry about that when you create your own, and that's what network marketing gives you. And we give it to you through a system. So can you do this? Yes, you can. Personalities are not duplicatable. Systems are duplicatable. And we have a system that launches you. It teaches you. You get to earn while you learn. You get to use tools like this to share with other people. You cannot go wrong. The system is there. It's just a matter of whether you're going to follow it or not and use it to your benefit to create something for your family that is going to put you in a place as well where you have that peace of mind and you're not putting your worth and your life in the hands of someone else. That's what we give to you. You can go slowly. You can treat it as a hobby. You can treat it part-time, or you can treat it full-time. This is a full-time thing for me right now. Right now, live, this is a Friday night that I'm doing this presentation, and I could not be more excited to share this information with you. I'm not going to complain that it's Friday night. I'm going to celebrate the fact that I get to share this with people again, and I get to spread the message of what we have and give people hope, because now more than ever, people need hope. They need to know that there is an answer. This was an answer in my life, and I promise you it could be an answer for you as well. So the person that invited you to look at this information tonight, after you see it, you're probably going to be in one of three places. If the product spoke to you and you just want to get them in your body right away, let them know. They're going to be following up with you. Tell them what you'd like to get started with. They'll send you a shopping cart with those products and just send you that link. Maybe you need some more information. We have information for days that we could give to you. Maybe we could get you on the phone with someone that may have a story like yours so they can share with you and educate with you what they did, what they decided to take. Or maybe you're looking for more income like I was. Maybe you want to know more about how does a business really work? What are the investments? What does it really cost? We would love to share that with you as well. This is real, you guys, and it is something that can change your life, but I know that it's all about timing. So if the timing is not for you right now, make sure that the person that invited you, let them know, tell them to keep you in the loop. Because the timing of our opportunity right now, everybody talks about a good timing, but I am telling you what, we are sitting at such a sweet spot, such a sweet spot. So I'll stop sharing, get back to the person that invited you to look at this information. I thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I just hope that you've been blessed by this. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.